Never split the difference. Negotiate as if your life depends on it by Chris Voss. This author is a former FBI top hostage negotiator, and he has a bunch of tools that he uses or used that we can use in our day to day negotiation. So, in chapter one, what I realized is going through some of these examples is that we have so many places where we could use negotiation and get really good at negotiation, right? Be it making a case for yourself for a promotion, asking for more money or salary raise or stock equity or whatever that is. Even at home when you want to negotiate that you want to go bed early or 9 p.m. So negotiation is something that we do almost every day and multiple times a day. And if we get good at it, then it's actually at our advantage. So let's get really good at negotiation by going through this book together. So the first chapter is mainly an overview. I think we will get a set of tools and techniques that are time tested in real life that we could use for our negotiation. The key tenet or the theory behind which this whole book, I think, just reading the first chapter, it looks like it's based on the emotional sides of the human aspect that is not given as much importance. So human beings have irrational behavior, right? For most of the time, they act on impulse, and the emotions actually drive us in a big way. And there are emotions of fear, anxiety, and we have needs, and there's Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This is the various levels of which we need certain things, and we have certain desires and aspirations, and we are the only animal which haggles and negotiates or bargains on a price for something. So this, I think, is the key distinction from all the work that I have read before, that it takes care of this emotional side of the person on how to make sure that that is given equal importance in any negotiation, not just logical side of win-win, of working through the solution and all of that. That's equally important, but that comes later, and hopefully we will learn how to also use the emotional side in an equally important way. And the irrationality that we have as human beings is framed in various books like Thinking Fast and Slow. It talks about various things like biases that we have, cognitive bias, and how framing affects our decision making. Like if you frame certain things in this way versus in some other way, then the decisions could be different just because of the framing being different. Prospect theory talks about how we tend to take unwanted and unwarranted risks at the site of loss, and also loss aversion, like how losing money is more riskier for us than winning or gaining the same amount of money. So we feel much bad when we lose money. So there's various aspects that clearly indicate how irrational human beings are. And it also points in this first chapter that emotional aspect is an equal part along with the logical aspect of the mind. So when we go and use our logical mind for problem solving, we're just using one part of the mind. And what this book emphasizes in this first chapter is that focus on the emotions first, like how to go about handling the emotion is an important area for us because of the irrationality, because of how the emotions overpower the rational side of our brain. So the crux of this book, based on the first chapter, it looks like it's about how to calm people down in any negotiation, establish a rapport with them so that you build on the bridge of trust. So how do you build trust? After having established rapport, build trust, you verbalize and elicit what you need, because you only get what you ask for. And then hopefully persuade the other person of our empathy so that they can do what you want for them, right? They will do what you want for you, right? So it's about disarming, so calming people down, redirecting instead of a tense environment into an area that's constructive problem solving, and then dismantling so that they can help you solve the problem. So that was chapter one. I will see you in chapter two.